Hello, guys. Welcome to Talking News. Please subscribe, like, hit the notification bell if you like notifications whenever we have new uploads. So, I'm trying to lose my voice. Sorry, guys. But, this Gabby Petito, I've been watching this for days. And it's become a very popular story. But, there seems to be a whole lot going on behind the scenes. It's like she flips on the camera, everything looks perfect, but there's hints that once that camera goes off, things are not so perfect. So I'm going to do this story to try to raise awareness and to pique interest, to just get her face out there more. Gabby is a free spirit. She is just 22 years old with the itch for adventure. Now, according to articles and, media right now, because the story's kind of new for me, I don't know all the details right now. She moved to Newport, Florida from Long Island, New York. And she and her boyfriend, his name is Bryan moved, I guess, 2 years ago from Blue Point, where she grew up and attended Bayport Blue Point High School. Sorry, guys. According to other news articles, her father moved to Vero Beach, Florida, and that was back in June so that he could be closer to his daughter, Gabby. Now, this is how he describes his daughter. He says, she is a very free-spirited person. Gabby's dad had this to say, but interestingly, he's talking past tense. Clothes didn't impress her. Cars didn't impress her. Experiences. That's what impressed her. So we know Gabby is dating this young man named Bryan. And we're hearing that pretty much this couple decides that they are in love with each other. She moves in with him at his parents' home in Florida, where she lived for a year. That's what we know right now. So Gabby and Bryan, they have a white van. Gabby puts a lot of TLC, a lot of home touches to this van so that they can take this amazing road trip. The only thing I know at this time is that she's wanting to start a blog. And she may be wanting to start a business with this blog and this adventure type life where they just kind of live on the road, checking things out and sharing it with the world. They had actually documented their conversion of the 2012 Ford van into this camper. And they extremely are excited about sharing their life traveling in this little moving mobile home. They have a YouTube and Instagram. Are developing a social media presence under the name Nomadic Static. I hope I said that right. So this little trip of theirs actually starts around the beginning of July. They're thinking around July 2nd of 2021. And they travel to Kansas, Monument Rocks, Colorado Springs, Great Sand Dunes, National Park Zion, and a few other places. So Gabby and Bryan start posting pictures of this very happy, what just appears to be a very happy couple, giving kisses, holding hands, on swings and feeding each other sushi. They appear to be the most romantic couple one could see. So July 5th, the couple stop at Kansas, the Monument Rocks. And then on July 8th, it's Colorado Springs. July 10th, Gabby uploads on her Instagram anyways, photos of her walking at the Grand Sand Dunes National Park. On July 16th, she is seen smiling in a photo where the couple had visited Zion National Park. They had also went and checked out Gabby's brother's graduation on June 17th. The couple started their trip on July 2nd, and after Gabby attended her brother's graduation in New York, they planned to reach Portland, Oregon, with plans to visit family and friends for Halloween. Moving toward the end of July of 2021, Gabby posted a photo of them relaxing in the tub at Mystic Hot Springs. And by July 30th, the couple stopped at Canyonlands National Park and Mesa Arc. We skip through the first week of August and get to August 12th. The couple took a hike at the Arches National Park, so they're there for a little while, it seems. August 13th, it said that Bryan actually makes a post on Instagram of their next destination, which is in Utah. Here are where things start to become a little sketchy. Gabby, 22, was last seen on August 24th checking out of a hotel with her boyfriend. This is in Salt Lake City, Utah. The following day, she made her final call to her family. And Gabby tells her family that she and Bryan had traveled to the Grand Teton National Park, which is in Wyoming. According to Gabby's family, around August 25th, 2021, they say that they get several suspicious texts. They start to wonder if it's Gabby texting them, especially now that they know that she's not calling them on the phone and they have no communication with her. Worst of all, Bryan ended up driving back home to Florida to his parents' house with the van, but Gabby wasn't with him. He has no concerns about the whereabouts of Gabby. He hasn't talked to police, he hasn't been cooperative, and he has lawyered up. So this is concerning to the family, but you can't blame them. But let's jump back a little bit. It is August 12th, 2021, and the police were called about a couple that was having this dispute. Turns out it's Gabby and Bryan. So police actually find them and go to pull them over. And it appears to the cop at first that they're driving reckless, that something might be wrong, and they hit a curb. So police approach them and ask them, what's going on? Why are you hitting curbs? And he takes them and splits them up, talks to them one-on-one. Let me play a few clips for you.
Separated from the male. Keys are on the hood. You want to tell me what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. It just, some days I have really bad OCD, and
Okay.
I was just cleaning and straightening up the back of the van before, and I was apologizing to him and saying, I'm sorry that I'm so mean, because sometimes I have OCD and sometimes I just get really frustrated. Not like mean towards him, I guess my vibe is like I hear me like in a bad mood. And I was just saying, I'm sorry if I'm in a bad mood. I've just been really stressed. I had so much work I was doing on my computer this morning.
What do you do for a living?
Well, I used to work at an organic juice bar, but I just quit my job.
Okay.
I was a nutritionist. That was my
That's
job.
cool.
And I just quit my job to travel across the country. And I'm trying to start a blog.
Okay.
Have a lot of stuff. So I've been building my website. So I've just been really stressed and didn't really believe that I could do any of it. So that's kind of been like a, I don't know, he's like a downer. I don't know, we've just been fighting all morning and he wouldn't let me in the car before. And then
Why wouldn't he let you in the car? Because of your OCD?
told me I need to calm down. Yeah. But I'm perfectly calm. I'm calm all the time. And he really stresses me out. And this is a rough morning.
Well, why don't we do this? Why don't I sit you down in the back seat of my car? You're not in any trouble, okay? I'm not going to be putting handcuffs on you. You obviously don't have any weapons. I'm going to get you into the air conditioning, let you take a breath, relax a little bit, and then I'll come back and talk to you in a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty. Like I said,
It appears innocent enough, but The police, after talking to her, go and talk to Bryan. And when they do, they find out that he has quite a few injuries. I mean, he has scratches and bruises all over the place. He asked him why he swerved or hit the curb. And Bryan tells the policeman that she grabbed the steering wheel. He also tells him about the same exact story as she did as to why they were arguing what happened, except for he doesn't tell the cop about the part that she hit him until the cop kind of corners him and says, you know, not hit him, but scratch him or hit at him later. He doesn't want to hurt her. So that's what it looks like in this video, you know. He appears to be able to lie a little bit, and she doesn't. So here's the clip.
Get our day going because we want to go hike arches before we set up time.
Okay. You want to tell me about those scratches on your face?
She had her cell phone in her hand. That's why I was pushing her away. Because she wanted. I locked the keys so I could walk away. I said, let's just take a breather and let's not, go anywhere. Let's just calm down for a minute. She was getting a little worked up, and then she had her phone and was trying to get the keys from me. So I got in the way. I was just trying to. I know I shouldn't push, but I was just trying to push her away to go. Let's just take a minute, step back, and breathe. And she got me with her phone.
Can I see your hand? Oh, you got a mark right here.
Oh, that's from a wire.
That's on a wire?
Yeah.
You want to tell me about hitting that curb?
Hitting the curb was her grabbing the wheel.
She grabbed the wheel?
Yeah. She said, I can't believe we're getting pulled over, and then she did it.
So there's Bryan's lying face right there. Straight looking at you with his hands down to his side. But when police talk to Gabby and ask her how he ended up swerving, she says that she didn't touch the steering wheel. And so the way that the story lines up is Gabby was the aggressor. She was the one doing, she was being violent. She was hurting people, and it was not Bryan as far as they knew. So they talk about arresting her.
We can't treat this differently than if it was a male on female violence, and we're going to have to charge her. And we can do a citation if there's some arrangement that can be made to separate them, and then we have to let them know that there's no contact order in effect. And we have to let him know the only way to drop it is to go into the police department during business hours and fill out a waiver, which, by the way, what's today? Thursday? So it won't be till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Did you ask him yet to take pictures of him? Yeah?
No, I haven't done any of that yet.
Bryan, unfortunately, in the state of Utah, we don't have discretion on some things. Like, for example, if I pull you over for speeding and I want to give you a warning, I can do that because it's under Class A, it's Class B or under. If I want to give you warnings for all kinds of stuff, I can. But there's a few things I can't. When I say I, please, I'm not in charge of things. One of the things that the state legislature doesn't give us discretion on is charges when it comes to domestic assault. And it sounds like you guys are living together, so you meet the statutes for domestic partners. So at this point, you're the victim of a domestic assault that even if you didn't want to pursue this, we don't have a choice. The best thing we can do to not, the law says we have to charge her, doesn't say we have to put her in jail. Okay? But it also says we have to separate, do a no contact order, and we have to put her in jail if we cannot separate. And there's no problem here, you guys are Florida living in the van together. How are we supposed to separate her? Now, I don't want to take this small 20 what is she?
At first, the police decide that they're going to have to arrest her and take her to jail at least for the night, and then give him a chance to come and pick her up tomorrow and drop charges. But they just end up, by the end of this, feeling so sorry for this couple because they don't seem to be that bad off. They just seem like the dispute got a little out of hand. There's no background on these guys. So police decide just to separate him for the night. They get him a hotel. They give her the van. Police haul Bryan away, take him to a hotel, and they tell them, do not speak to one another tonight. You can see Bryan's demeanor here. I mean, he seems to be pretty calm, but he looks very embarrassed and overwhelmed, and it just seems that both of them are exhausted. physically and mentally. In fact, they were talking about going to get water because they didn't even have water. The cops had to give Gabby water. They offered Gatorade and water to both of these guys. So guys, this is happening August 12th. It's right 2 weeks later that she disappears. We can't even really speculate what happened because we don't know anything because Bryan's just not speaking. And you would think that if he really loved this girl and they were really going through some type of rough patch, as a decent human being, he would at least say, you know, fess up to whatever it is, or at least tell them where they saw her last. The fact that he doesn't tells me that there's something more to it. Was it something that escalated to be an accident where he had to defend himself because she had already attacked him once? Truthfully, staying quiet just makes him look worse no matter what happened. Just be a good man and fess up to whatever you know. Be honest. Tell the truth. You know, things happen. And you have to face the consequences of whatever we do. At least have the decency to talk to the parents and tell them, say, look, this is where I saw her last. So, you know, where is Gabby? That's what everybody's wanting to know. Is she okay? Is she alive? What really happened? Because she's a very social media type of girl. She likes to contact her parents, and the fact that she's not on social media and the fact that she's not contacting her parents means that Bryan was the last one known to see her. Whether he talks or not, he is a person of interest and possibly even a suspect because police know something more than we do. And I guess you could try to act if they think police don't have evidence, which they probably do have something by now, and they're following those leads. Once they do have some answers, and they end up having to come with a warrant in order to investigate the truth with Bryan, it's going to make him look worse, especially if it goes to trial. And that's a scenario if he had something to do with it. I mean, we really don't know if he does or doesn't. The fact he doesn't care about her whereabouts is very concerning. The fact that he doesn't want to help is very concerning. And it kind of reminds me of the Suzanne Morphew case. Police are going to know. They're going to find out. And, you know, enjoy your freedom while you got it. I need to cut this short, and I put this together quite quickly, so the editing might not be the best. But definitely, guys, listen, Gabby's family has a GoFundMe. Make sure if you can help them out, do that, because they'll probably need someone like the hire investigators, offer rewards, that sort of thing. And so if you live in this area or you know someone that does, share the videos, share her face. Hopefully someone has seen her. So she does have tattoos. I'll post these pictures of her for now, and then later I'll do a better video. For now, we have her face out there. So Gabby, if you're out there, contact your parents. If someone knows something, you can contact someone anonymously. You do not have to give your information. So guys, call Crime Stoppers. Reach out to them if you think you know something about this couple. If you think you've seen them. Sending my love out to the family of Gabby. I hope Bryan, if he knows something, does come forward. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'll see you guys soon.